All right. Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome to our Sunday night call. It's good to see everybody. I know that we have translation going on, so make sure that using the translation if you speak Hungarian. If you speak English, welcome. You don't need translation. So I chose a different background tonight. Just so we can start traveling together a little bit more. Since tonight we're also going to be talking about taking some more trips and building an amazing culture. Now, I know we've been away for the last couple of weeks, and thanks to the teamwork, I know Chongi and Mola stepped up and led the webinar last week. We went to Minnesota, went to the wedding of Matt Morris and his beautiful now wife, Devon, which was phenomenal. Celebrated 4th of July in the US. If you've never done that before, I highly recommend it. And it was refreshing to have some cool weather over there because in Cyprus it's hot. But we will turn up the heat right now because we got a very special guest tonight. And I'm excited to have this guy on because this guy, I've got a lot of respect for. He's consistently one of the top producers in terms of personal production in not just all of Europe, but the whole world. This guy is the true definition of consistency. Consistency, perseverance, and resilience. He's got a very powerful story, and I'm going to get him to share that with you guys tonight. But we're going to do it a little bit of interview style. So I want to give a huge congratulations to Gabor because literally just this year alone, he's put in well over 40 personals. He said that he's lost count. And that's basically leadership by leading by example. So Gabor, welcome to our team call. How you doing?
Hey, thank you very much for having me in this call, Efrozini. Good evening, everyone. In Hungary, we have a heat wave going on right now for weeks. Today was like here in where I live is about 43 Celsius during the day.
43 Celsius?
43 Celsius. In the evening,
It's hotter than Cyprus. You should come to Cyprus to cool off.
Yeah, listen, in the evening, it doesn't get so below 25. In the evening, wow. Okay, like midnight or 2 in the morning. It's extreme heat. So we are mostly inside or in some pool or somewhere. Basically, yesterday I spent the whole day by a pool and I registered a person by the pool. So it was really good, to working there. So yeah, consistency, that's super important in this business, especially during the summer when everybody's taking off and taking it easy. And I believe people are looking for the opportunity. So I'm super active, especially these days, because if I can show the way for my team, you can put the personals in during the summertime as well. Is a lot of people gotta follow your footsteps.
Yeah, it's that's the key, Gabor, is what you said earlier. In the summer, some people too take the decision to slow down, but the summer months is the best time to gain market share. The ones that are literally being consistent through the summer are the ones that are rank advancing in the fall and the winter.
Yeah, absolutely. Because in the summer, so many people are going to vacations, and so many people are wishing they would love to go to vacation, but they can't. And if they, I'm constantly posting like Imola and Chong and some other people on social media about our travels, and that's why I tell everybody use the product, be the product of the product, a lot of people can't travel because they have financial situations. But I believe because we have amazing system, we have 3 events a year in 3 amazing cities somewhere in Europe. So basically you get a lot of things. You pay for one thing, but you get a lot of things in this package, because you can go on a holiday with a bunch of good people. You can take a lot of great pictures with a bunch of people. And if you put those pictures out in your social media, people going to ask you, where are you, how you get there, how is that so many people around you, you know, so they're gonna have questions, they're gonna comment on you wherever. And some people, if they just liking me or anything, if they just put a like, whatever, they are just contacting people constantly, and so just getting to conversations, you know. And if you do this in a regular basis, when the summertime comes and people wants to go on holiday, you already are an authority for so many people's eyes. So they're just gonna look for you for advice, you know, and this is like super important to have that. And so basically, right now, so many people I followed up in the last 6 months, they coming back, and it's so easy to put them in. Like the lady today, I just signed up on lady today, and we talk 11 o'clock in the morning. We've been chatting to each other for a while, so we had a good relationship. She's 72 years old, okay, and we were chatting, and she said, when can I call you? Said, you can call me right now. So I can call you right now. So we had a good chat. She told me her whole life story. Her husband passed away 2 years ago, so I had to be patient because she was just telling me her story for like a good half an hour. Okay, and what happened is, I said she told me she's going to Vietnam tomorrow. I said, so how fast can you watch the presentation? She said, I can watch it right now. So when can I call you back? You can call me back right after. So basically, I call her back right after, and I just signed her up, and she's going to Vietnam tomorrow. She comes back in 2 weeks, and that's when we're going to sit down to show her the whole system.
Amazing. Well, that's the thing. I mean, this is what I was sharing. I was with on Friday night doing a presentation for someone at a hotel, and literally the lady looked around, and as soon as and I love doing presentations in hotel lobbies, by the way, and I tell the team as well, like, choose a nice environment to do your presentations from, particularly in the summer, because you can show the digital nomad lifestyle to people. Because literally, this woman works in a doctor's clinic during the day. She sings at hotels at night. She comes to this hotel, and I'm like, welcome to my office. And she's like, this is your office? I said, yeah, today's office. Tomorrow, somewhere else. You know, and people love that because people want variety. They want excitement. They want something fresh in their life. So when you sit in there and you're showing people the lifestyle and you're showing people the adventures, a lot of people are longing for that as well. So use the product, use the experiences, use the culture, because it's like fishing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right?
And also another thing, it's strange because it never really happened before. You know, we go into these conventions 3 times a year, and we always take the people with us who really wants to build a business. But this time around is going to be different when we go to Milan, because I already have so many just club members. They're not even part of the business. They're just member of the club. But because they see all this traveling, they saw the pictures out of Bucharest. They saw the white part and everything, and they just want to be part of this too, you know. So I have a lady, she owns like she's a real estate agent, she's a real estate broker. She has a few real estate offices in a country. She's super successful. She wasn't really looking for the business, she just wanted to travel, you know. She's been in the club for a couple of months. She's coming with us to Mexico, I just want to let you know. And she's coming with me to Milan as well, because she's into personal development, and she know the power of these trainings, and that just really edified the trainers and everything what's going to happen over there. And she said immediately yes, so she's coming with us. And also I have some other ladies, I mean, actually they are ladies or businesswomen. They're not part of the business, but they want to come to us for the whole experience, for that 5-day escape, which is going to come out soon. And also they want to be part of the training as well. And you know how it works. Once they're part of the training, they want to join the business. So this is also super cool. So I'm super excited about the next trip, what we're going to do in Milan. This is going to be, I believe, is going to be amazing. And you know, I mean, this is the first time I really feel like it about the number of people we're going to bring in. I mean, we always brought in a decent amount of people, but I believe we're going to double that or triple that numbers what we had last time from Hungary.
Well, I look forward to that. I think there's going to be good competition in Milan in terms of which country is going to have the most people.
Oh,
so I'm curious which country is going to win on that one. So tell us, Gabor, I know that you're big on the trips, okay? And, you know, one thing that we always say to people is that find your rhythm, you know, find the thing that excites you the most, because this business is built on excitement. And when you're excited about something and you're transferring that energy, that's when you get faster results. So I know that you've been very big on the trips and you're planning something in Mexico. Tell us a
Absolutely.
little bit about that.
Absolutely. Actually, if you want to play the video later on, maybe that for the for closing, that's two and a
Why
half.
don't I play it for opening just to show them what is about to happen?
Okay, that was in the opening. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. So if you guys watch
Yeah.
the video, if you guys watch the video in the beginning of the call, that's a hotel that's called the Fives Beach and Residences All-Inclusive Hotel in the Yucatan Peninsula in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, which is one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. And we are doing a special escape in November from the 12th till the 19th. Of November. So it's going to be an 8-day trip to Mexico. I mean, look at this beach. I mean, white sandy beaches, turquoise blue water, beautiful palm trees, and it's amazing location because the Fives itself is a 5-star, absolutely 5-star luxury hotel, and it's gonna be an ultra all-inclusive trip, which means is all the food and all the drinks included. I mean, everything's included. And we made the special deal with the Fives. It's an 8-day trip, and we're gonna have airport transfers. We're gonna have hosts on the trip. We're gonna have an excursion. Probably we're gonna go to Chichen Itza, to the Maya pyramids, and we're gonna have a foam party, and we're gonna have a bunch of other extras, and it's $805 per person for the 8-day, 7-night trip plus flight ticket, which is a super good deal. And we already have 36 rooms. We sold the first 30 rooms in 72 hours. So the first 30 rooms in 70 hours. I mean,
Amazing.
I done fast deals before, but this is the fastest ever we done. And we sold another 6 rooms in the next 48 hours. And I just sold one today, and we're gonna have quite a few more, but we still have a few more rooms. And I just would like to make this open for everybody from the whole European team. If you guys, anybody feel like it, wants to join us and wants to come with us to this Mexican trip, which is gonna be off the hook. I mean, it's gonna be really, really superb. You still have an opportunity. Just please contact me, and you guys can come with us, because this is the best deal we ever done, and this is gonna be I believe, the highest quality trip in best 5-star hotels we ever been to together. And it's gonna be already from Hungary. It's gonna be a really great team going. It's I'm guessing by the end it's gonna be way more than 100 people just from our team in Hungary. And I already sent a message to Bogdan. He just haven't responded yet to Italy, for the Italian team or the Swedish team or anybody from Europe. If you guys want to join us, we still have rooms. And if you guys contact me, or if anybody from any country wants to come with the group, and if you let me know as fast as you can, I still I'll be able to get more rooms for you as well. So it's up to you guys, but we can make it as a really big mega escape, and it would be a great thing for marketing, from the marketing point of view as well. Besides, it's gonna be a lifelong memory for everybody, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, you can see from the video, right, the level of quality of the hotel. And this is one of the things that a lot of people don't realize until they start traveling with Secret, is that because of these unique relationships, we're able to do these bucket list experiences. But I also want to recognize that it takes leadership in order to step up and host something like this. It's not easy. I know that Gabor is doing a lot of work in the background in order to coordinate a lot of things to make it happen. But leadership always has a price. A lot of people want to be the leader in the front of the room, but they don't want to do the work behind the scenes. And Gabor, I'm glad that you're one of those people that is willing to basically do some of the non-exciting stuff in the background to make it exciting for people when they come on these trips and build these amazing memories.
I mean,
So
There's a couple of things, you know.
Go
First of
on.
all, I mean, even if it's a lot of work, but I love to do this because when I was really young, one of my biggest dreams was to travel the world and see. Because, you know, when I was growing up in a socialist country, we couldn't travel. So when I was 18, 19, I left Hungary for 15 years. You know, I went to the Caribbean and such a beautiful places. So for me, because I left in such a young age, was so normal, you know, and I didn't realize that's not normal for the rest of the for most of the people in the world. So when I get back to Hungary and I had an accident and a lot of people knows that I was paralyzed for 5 years. You know, the only thing, the only reason I survived because when I closed my eyes, I was somewhere in some beautiful place where I was before. So you know, when I get into network marketing, especially the travel part, what we do for a quite while now, you know, the first time when I took a bunch of people with me to the Bahamas, and I believe it was 2015 or 16. And it was a really cool thing because we went to the Paradise Island, to Nassau. Paradise Island is one of the most beautiful places on earth. And we went to the beach. And in order to get to the beach, you had to climb up in a sandbank first in a, you know, in a hill. And when you get to the top, that's when you see the ocean and that turquoise blue water and everything. So basically, when we were walking up, I knew that what's going to be on the other side, but nobody knew that except me because nobody was there before. So it was really cool. I wasn't even looking at where we're going. I was looking at the people's faces. And when I saw what they see and I saw in their eyes, some of them didn't even believe that what they see because their dreams wasn't that big, that what they see right there. And some people cried and everything. And that was, for me, that was priceless. And that's my thing, to take people to places and experience their joy, because for me I just really love that feeling, you know. And also from the business point of view, when you take somebody on a trip like that, that person never ever gonna travel in a different way, only want to travel with you on these trips. So the retention is gonna be great, because my retention rate in my previous business, it was really high, because once someone joined the business, we took them on a team trip within the next 6 months, and from that point, that was sold forever. And that's my goal over here, is when I bring in someone with the Club Secret +6, my first goal is to get them on a getaway, or get them on a team trip, or any membership someone comes in, get them on the next trip with us. Because if I know he or she's gonna come on the next trip, definitely is not gonna go, you know, travel any other way. And also same thing with the trainings, because you know the trainings are combined with the trips and with the party and everything. And basically, I think this is one of the best retention tool, at least for me, to keep them in, you know.
And I want to focus a little bit on that. Two things there, Gabor, that you mentioned. One is, because I know there's some people that are on this call that haven't really heard your story, and I know you kind of went over it a little bit quickly. You had an accident, you were paralyzed, and you were in hospital for 5 years.
Yeah.
And you literally said what kept you going was the memories that you created. Like, I just want to make sure people don't miss that.
Absolutely.
The thing is, the material stuff comes and goes. Because I say this to people all the time. I'm like, the memories you create are priceless. And the best ways to create memories is go on trips with people that you love. This thing that you're doing right now, which is taking people on trips and having bucket list experiences, some of them are going to go to Mexico and it's going to be the trip of their lifetime. And they're going to be talking about it for the next 5, 10 years. Who knows? Maybe 20 years.
Oh, forever.
So I want people to understand the power of what we've got. We don't just sell a membership. We sell priceless experiences that can impact people's lives for decades.
Absolutely. I mean, I always tell
I
people.
think when people realize that, go on.
Sorry, I cut you off. I always tell people, listen, when you're gonna be on your deathbed and your children's gonna sitting around you, that's what you guys gonna talk about at this trip where we're going together now. This is what you're gonna talk about then. What you want to talk about then? How many hours you worked and how hard you work in your whole life? Or you want to talk about some experience when you went through with your family and you experienced something so special, and this is the experience you're gonna have. So this is a really good closing question, by the way, when you close someone down, because that's when they really open their heart and they answer from the heart. Yeah, that's what I want. So easy to close them down. Then you just have to follow them up and take them to the trip, because once you do that, they stay there forever. And also, the community, our community, this is the coolest community on earth. I personally believe that, because in Bucharest, I had so many brand new people. We had so many brand new people from Hungary in Bucharest. Probably that was the event where we had the most amount of brand new came together. And they are all coming to Milan because they had this experience. They just loved it, So, I mean, it's fun. This is the coolest business in network marketing, what we do, because we're selling fun. There's no other big companies doing this, So you can build this business with a smile all the time on your face.
Yeah. Selling fun. That's, guys, I see so many people doing the presentation and talking facts. Let me tell you about the booking engine. Let me tell you about this, and it does this, and it does that. People don't want to know the details. They want to know the benefits. And I love what you just said, Gabor. Selling fun. We're selling priceless experiences. We're selling memories that will last a lifetime. Good questions to ask people, by the way, because there's so many gold nuggets here as well in terms of what questions to ask people to open up their mind. What's one experience that you would love to have with people that you love that you haven't been able to do that? I was asking someone this yesterday. I said, what if the only thing that you get in the next 12 months from Secret is you're able to take that one experience that you've always wanted to do with your family, you haven't been able to do it, and we make that a reality? Would the decision to join Secret be worth it? This is how you get them to understand what we've got, but you also build up the value of what we can create. Can you give us some, Gabor? I'd love for you to share a couple of gold nuggets with people, because in terms of your consistency, what is something that is keeping you focused and keeping you consistent, particularly in a world where we have so many people that are constantly distracted?
It's for me, it's very simple. I mean, this is network marketing. This is an emotional roller coaster. It doesn't matter how tough you are. You have tough days, when you are down or whatever. And what keeps me going? I always ask myself that simple question: what's the alternative? What's the alternative? There's no alternative. At least for me, it's no alternative. So because I never could came up with a better idea. And I never could come up with a better idea than network marketing. So it's no alternative. So in the bad day, I will just look at the mirror and I said to myself, what's the alternative? No, because there's no alternative, I'm keep going. And also, I realized a long time ago, more bloodline you have in the business, because once you bring in a new person, that's a new bloodline. And more you have, more chance you're gonna have find an ace somewhere along the way on one of the bloodlines. Yeah. If you bring in a few people, you know what I mean? I mean, a chance is to find the one you really wants to build a business. It's small. But if you have a bunch of people in the team, bringing in as many as you can, you will find the serious ones. And also you can inspire the rest of them as well, because we are building a binary. And I'm always working on one side at the time, and one of my sides is like very strong and it's going on its own. But the other side, that's what I'm working constantly, and that's what I'm putting everybody one after each other. And I'm just calling people around, sending messages. Congratulations, you have a new member in the team. Congratulations, you have a new sign up in your team. And sometimes they don't even get it. You know what I mean? So I have to tell them, listen, yeah, while you're not doing anything, I'm putting people underneath you, and you have already 45 people underneath you in the last 4 months since you joined. And people get excited. So I just forgot to tell you, I have a lady in my team, and they were like in my previous business as well, in the director rank with the whole family. They have like a team of over 200, and they joined me 5 months ago. They haven't done anything because they're building the house, and they have things. And she's a dentist. She has her dentistry as well. And I just called her a couple of days ago about Mexico and stuff, and I told her you have 60 people underneath you, so it's and we had a chat, and she just told me she's going to Paphos tomorrow. They're flying to Paphos tomorrow, and not just her whole family, and about another 10 people from our previous team. I'm just wanted to let you know, because I wanted to call you about this. They're gonna be in Paphos for 1 week, and then I'm super excited, so
perfect.
you should hook up a meeting or something, because
let's
tonight or
set it
tomorrow,
up.
or set up something, because I want them to come with us to Milan, and I really want to get them business as well. So what keeps me going? I love this business. I love to work with people, and also for me it's no other alternative. I've done quite a few things in my life. I had a normal business owner. I had to invest so much money into it, and it was so much overhead all the time, and it's so much stress. And when you get into a certain age, let's say when you get to over 40, you're just gonna feel the stress no matter what. And the stress is a silent killer, I don't want to kill myself, you know what I mean? And in Hungary, especially Hungarian man dies quite early, you know what I mean? So man generally dies much earlier than woman, you know what I mean? So I don't want to be, it doesn't, in a stressful business, because a lot of people don't even think about that. Business in general is very stressful. And it's a funny thing, because listen, I talked to a guy like 7-8 years ago, but the same age as for me right now, very super successful business guy, but he worked all the time. And he wanted to buy a piece of land, and I was selling a piece of land. And, he called me, we had a good chat, whatever. 2 weeks later, someone just told me he just died. He never woke up. And he was only 54, because he was just working so hard, and his life was so stressful because so much money was in stake, So network marketing is also a business when you don't have to stress yourself about the financial part, That's like
there's no risk. The only risk you have in network marketing is time. And that's only a risk if you're not being productive with your time, and you're not learning, and you're not growing. It's interesting, Gabor. I actually we were at the beach today, and I met with one of our previous business partners. And literally, he was telling me how a couple of his friends that were part of our training system, not part of Secret, but because of network marketing, because of the training, they've gone on to build businesses that are doing hundreds and thousands of euros profit. Why? Because they're applying the knowledge that they learned from the trainings that we've been to over the last few years. And that's what I keep highlighting to everybody, is that these trainings, they're non-negotiable, not just because of your business in Secret, but because it's going to enable you to become the best version of yourself. And that's another thing you can't put money on, right?
No doubt about it. Listen, 12 years ago, over 12 years ago, when I started out network marketing, I had a German mentor in that company. He was the #1 money earner in Europe. And, he took me under his wings in the beginning, and he told me a lot of good things. But one thing I totally remember, he said to me, listen to me, Gabor, from now in your career in network marketing, you never miss a training, never miss a conference, never miss an international conference. If you do that, you don't miss anything. I guarantee you're going to be successful. It's just a matter of time when you're going to be successful. So in the last 12 years in network marketing, financially, I changed my life. I get out of that big hole I was in, and I changed my whole circumstances and everything. But also, I became a better person, a better human being, a better husband, and a better friend, and better everything in life. And I'm keep getting better. And the most fulfilling the people feel happiest the most when they're growing, when you are improving, because if you're improving, it makes you happy. So that's also another good thing in this whole thing, because you can constantly improve, you get better, and once you get better, you get happier as well. So, it's like I don't want to tell you what kind of effect, but this is good. This is just a good feeling. It's all around good feeling, and it's also keep you young. This is a super good thing, because you can see people, they young in age, but they already old, and you can see old people old in age, like for example Betty. She's like older in age, but she's one of the youngest person in the Hungarian team, because her mindset and her mentality.
Fresh energy.
Also, yeah, you see also 20, 30, 40 years old people, they already dead, they just haven't been buried yet, so it's so many good things in network marketing. So I'm always telling people this is one of the best industry ever. I mean, you have to be tough in a way, and you have to take this emotional roller coaster. But if you can do that, you can have the best fun in your life.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Gabor, for sharing all these gold nuggets. Guys, we will share the info on the Mexico trip. If you want to join Gabor and a bunch of the Hungarians for this Mexico trip, we'll post the details in, go on.
One more thing, it's super important for like Romanians and people from countries are not getting how you call that, ESTA. So the people who need a B2 visa to the United States, we're not going to travel through the United States. We're going to travel from Turkey. So let's say anybody want to come with us, we're flying through Istanbul, because from Istanbul is direct flight to Mexico. So we don't have to go through the States. So you don't need to get an ESTA, or you don't need to get the B2 visa. All right. So this is, I just wanted to tell you, for Romanians, others are want to come, this is the best way for them as well.
Amazing. And I want to share a couple of things before we wrap up as well, guys. Gabor, thank you so much for jumping on the call. Guys, we're literally the Rapid Rewards promo. Just in case you haven't noticed this is a limited time promotion. So anybody you enroll on Club Secret +6 before the 22nd of July, they're going to get the 2 getaways, but they will also get 300 escape points, which is pretty much dollar for dollar, making it a no-brainer. So use this promotion. It's a limited time promo. So they get this extra value, and at the same time, you also get some escape points when you sign 2 or more people for +6. This is a limited time promotion. If you go to Team Up Facebook group, you'll see on the featured tabs, you'll see all the promotions there and all the information. Additionally, the double squared promotion. We had, I believe, 14 people hit new ranks last month because of this promotion. And instead of getting the single squared bonus, they got double squared bonus. So have a look at your numbers. Have a look at in your team, who's close to 5 squared, who's close to 10 squared, who can you help in your team in order to rank advance? Because remember, the more people you help win, the easier it is for you to win as well as a byproduct. So right now we're halfway through the month. Which rank do you want to finish off at the end of the month? This promotion ends end of July. We're pushing to extend it in August. I wouldn't count on it, okay? So take this promotion in order to rank up this month, get the double bonus as well, leverage the new agent starter pack. This we extended until the end of July. So it's called the Freedom Pack. It's $500. You get 2 getaways straight away and $100 product credit, and your first month of Club Secret Plus included. So thank you for tuning in, guys. There's a lot of tools. There's a lot of nuggets that Gabor shared with you guys as well, how to basically keep momentum, keep the culture in your team, and also increase the energy of your team. Remember, every single webinar you go to, every single training you go to helps you to become a little bit better. But in order to become a little bit better, always take 1 or 2 things that you learn from each call, 1 or 2 things that you learn from each training, 1 or 2 things that you've learned from every time you speak to a leader and they've got the results, and just ask yourself, what have I learned? what can I apply straight away? If you have that as a philosophy every time, take one or two things and apply them. You can't apply everything. You can't try to learn everything off one call or one training and try to apply everything. But if you take one or two things every time you're going to keep getting it just a little bit better, shining your skills a little bit more. And over the next 12 months, you're going to become the best version of yourself. And the results we get is a reflection of the person we become. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Have an amazing week and see you on the call next week.